Going back to President Moon Jae-in's weekly meeting with top aides, they managed to discuss domestic issues as well, calling for greater governmental efforts to boost the economy and create more jobs. For details, let's turn to our Hwang Ho-jun.
The president shared some stats with his aides during their Monday meeting, some positive, but of them one not. First, overall economic conditions in the first quarter improved. The economy grew more than 1% from the previous quarter, and household income, compared to a year before, rose 3.7%. However, President Moon also noted that income distribution has in fact worsened, as job growth slowed down and household income fell for the lower 20% bracket.
경제에 관한 거시지표와 국민들의 체감 사이에 큰 간극이 있을 수 있다는 뜻입니다.
President Moon said it's time for a checkup on his administration's key economic policies of creating jobs and income-driven growth. He did acknowledge that such policies and goals will require some patience to see them implemented in reality. While the president said that the government shouldn't obsess over short-term results, he did insist on the necessity of winning public sympathy to make sure that the government's key policies are going on the right direction. For now, the Liberal leader urged his staff to focus on the big picture and push ahead with the policies to fruition.
최저임금 인상에 따른 일자리 안정자금 집행, 청년 일자리 추경, 노사정 사회적 대타협 등 금년도 경제정책의 큰 방향을 흔들림 없이 추진해 주기 바랍니다. 아울러 경제 성장의 혜택으로부터 소외된 저소득 국민들에 대한 정책을 강화해 주기 바랍니다.
The South Korean president also ordered his top aides to reinforce the government's policies for low-income citizens, including the elderly and the unemployed, whom he said are alienated from the benefits of economic growth. He also called for a comprehensive review of the administration's policies to support citizens who failed in starting businesses or working for themselves so they can make a comeback by strengthening the social safety net or by helping them find work again. An emergency economy meeting will convene on Tuesday. Instead of hastily coming up with a cure-it-all plan, President Moon urged the government to rather focus on getting an accurate picture of the nation's economic reality. Hwang Ho-jun, Arirang News.